What's good, Wisdom Warriors? What's up? Back at it for another video. I wanted to speak today a little bit about the detox and finishing it, how I finished up with it, and what I broke my fast with, and just a little bit about it. And then I want to get into love and some other things and whatever comes through. So actually, when I spoke about it in the video yesterday, I had some coconut water. I went outside, got in nature, got some sun. It was amazing. It felt amazing. Um, and I'm truly grateful for that. I'm truly grateful because today we don't have any. Well, I see the sunshine way in the back there, but it's not really, but that's okay. You know, you can't have it every day. But I also want to, just say that it went really well. Adding the coconut water towards the end, which I may incorporate that in my fast because it's still fluids. Um, it actually was pretty good. It went pretty well. And so I want to also speak about love, and I want to also speak about what you're putting into your body. Now, I just want you to know this. On this channel, we don't judge anybody. If you want to eat meat, you eat meat. If you want to eat processed foods, eat processed foods. If you want to eat fast food. That's your choice. I wouldn't suggest it, and I don't put it in my body, like fast food anymore. I haven't had it, I don't know how long. Um, Go look it up and, do some research on where it comes from and what they put in it. You don't even know half of it. But that's your choice. And I will never judge anybody for their choices and what they decide to do. But I promise you, I really feel like we need to start putting organic foods, local produce, more vegetables, more greens, all of these things in our body. That's what we need, not this processed garbage that we don't even know what is in it, And I'm not saying that you can't have things here and there and moderation, very much so moderation, like hummus if you want that's made already, things like that. But it's in our best interest to limit that. Our body doesn't want that. And so, where I'm going with this is if your funds aren't there, go to farmers markets. They even sell organic. Get it like in small doses. Like get a few vegetables here, I mean, they're not outrageously expensive, compared to an onion that's organic versus an onion that's not. I mean, I don't really buy non-organic, so I'm not really sure, but I mean, I can say I got like two big onions for like a dollar something or $2 or something like that. It couldn't have been more than that. I mean, don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% right, sure. I can't particularly remember, but we have to start putting good stuff in our body, because if we don't put good stuff in our body, we're going to pay the price. We're going to be in the hospital or in the the doctor's hands, and you don't want that. I've seen it happen too many times where you go down that slippery slope and they have their way with you. And in the end, when it's too late and you're at that moment, you give the person this look like, man, I knew this and I didn't listen to myself. I didn't pay attention to what my body was telling me. I didn't pay attention to what my intuition was telling me, and I went against it. And now there's no turning back, and it's now too late, and there's no coming back from it. I saw it with my grandfather. I saw it in his eyes when he was on that hospital bed, and he had that tube down his throat. And he knew at that moment, my dad told me even also, he saw it, and he gave my dad a look. And I was standing in the room as a young kid, and I remember this, and it was painful to watch and to see somebody realize at that last moment that it's too late and that they had no choice anymore. I'm sorry if you hear these notifications. I got to turn those things off. But I'm sorry that we all have to go through this, but I'm here on this channel speaking my truth and speaking my experience and what I've gone through. And it's not too late to change now. You can change now. Start thinking about what you're putting in your body. These things that are not organic are sprayed with chemicals and pesticides, and people are consuming that. And Lord knows what it's doing to the body. I mean, it's enough that it's sprayed all over the grasses and in our air and everywhere we walk and go. But we have to start taking our power back and stop idolizing everything outside of us, like celebrities and doctors and hospitals and other people other than ourselves. Like, we need to start idolizing ourselves and looking up to ourselves for what we've gone through and what we've been through. And that the fact that we chose to be here, we chose to come down to this earth, we chose to be in this in 2023. We chose to be here, you know, and spirit is watching us and guiding us on the path that we chose. Yes, we have freedom of choice. Yes, we have free will, but there is an extent to which we get help from the spiritual realm. There is an extent to which we get guidance from source, from divine, from God. There is a point that we get guided and directed, but we do have free will and freedom of choice, and we have freedom of choice and free will to eat that fast food stuff every single day. We have free will and freedom of choice not to change our life to where we can support our lifestyle to have organic foods. We make the choice. And not only do we make the choice, but spirit is guiding us. We are all abundant. We all are these powerful manifestors. And we all can manifest anything we want in our lives. It's who are you putting yourself around? What are you putting into your mind, like listening to on a daily basis? All of these things play a huge role in our future self and where we're headed on this on our path. Not that we're not going to end up where we were meant to end up, but it could be with more challenges. It could be with more pain and more suffering. But you see, the thing of it is what do you believe and how do you believe it? Do you believe what they were telling you as a kid, that money doesn't grow on trees and money's not energy and everything that around us is not energy? Do you believe that? Because I don't believe that. I believe we are abundant. I believe everything that is happening for us is meant to happen. Everybody that showed up in our life is showing up in our life because they're meant to show up at that exact right time. We chose them to show up. And they're showing up for a reason, whether it be a romantic partner, whether it be a friend, whether it be a teacher, whether it be a family member. They were meant to show up when they were meant to show up. I have so many amazing stories of synchronicity of people showing up in my father's life, in my life. It's amazing when you really look back and think about it and say, wow, this whole thing was orchestrated. Like the things I have in the works right now that I haven't spoke about, the stories that I have talked about on these. Like I said, I don't want to speak about them now. I'm not ready to at this point. But the things that are in the works and that have come together, that I know was divine, that I know was not something that was just there. It was planned. and how fast it all happened. Um, there's so many things in my life that I can speak on that have been that way. And you know that something else at the helm, that there was something else at the steering wheel, that there was something else driving the ship. And when you know, you know, you know, when you know, you know. And it's like, um, I can't say it so many times in so many ways that, we have freedom of choice, and free will, and we have the ability to go into the Akashic records or even have somebody do a reading on us. And I had that done for my father, and I'll talk about that on another video. But it was mind blowing what was said and what ended up transpiring. And so I do 100% believe that spirit is at the helm, and we have free will and freedom of choice, but they are at the helm, and we have a team that is guiding us and directing us. But do we actually listen? Do we actually sit and take the time to be in silence with ourselves or in nature without music or things in our ears, listening to things or having people around us, to then not avoid getting those downloads, getting those messages, when you're in a clear state to receive them, and you allow yourself those moments to receive those messages, and not doubt them. Because I had a couple situations, a couple things recently in the last few days and last week. Yeah, there was fear. Yeah, there was nervousness of the outcome. But I can tell you right now with certainty that I was guided to do what I did. And I did it. And I won't talk about it yet on the channel. I will at some point, but not right now. I just wanted to go into a brief, but there was doubt in the back of my mind. You have that doubt, that chirping away, like, oh yeah, they're not gonna be receptive, or the blah blah blah, this and that, the chatter. And you know what? I sat with myself. I went in nature over the past week. I went deep inside. I got messages. I got answers. I got from myself. Of course, I asked outside of myself too, meaning like to spirit, to source, to God. But I didn't go and ask another human being. I went to the universe. But yet, and then I went to myself and went internally and got those messages that I needed. And I knew that what I was doing was the right thing. And I knew that sending that and sitting down and doing what I did was all the right thing. And it didn't even feel like I was at the helm of it, and it felt like it was divinely guided. So, you know, it's amazing if we allow for these messages to come through and we don't idolize somebody in the human form like the government or a celebrity or a doctor or a lawyer or whoever it is. We idolize ourselves and we take our power back and we realize we are so freaking powerful and we have it all within us. There's no way that we would have agreed. I said this on a previous video. There's no way that we would have agreed to come down here with no guidance, with not having it all within us to go through this life. There's no way we would have done that. I would have not agreed to that, to have it all, to have all the abundance, to have everything, to have it all at our fingertips within us. Our breath is the most freaking powerfulest thing we have. Look, breathe. It is the most powerful thing we have, and it is what brings us to peace. And yet, we all walk around so distracted and so numbed out and forget we're even breathing. We don't even remember we're breathing in these traumatic moments. We don't even remember. I mean, how freaking crazy is that? And our breath is what we had when we arrived on this planet. And yet we have forgotten we even have it throughout our day. We're so busy and so numbed out and on the technology and on our phones and in this person's face and in the gossip and watching this and watching that and everything's external. And we forget that we're even breathing. And the breath gets you out of everything, brings you into calmness, brings you into sovereignty, brings you into peace in the chaos. And yet we run to everything outside of us. We run to medication. We run to drugs. We run to alcohol. We run to food. We run to porn. We run to gaming. We run to every damn thing. But yet we have it inside of us, the breath, the most powerful thing. And yet we're not even taught how to use it properly. And how amazing it is and how powerful it is. And I've talked about it on this channel in numerous videos, and how to set a timer on your phone to go off multiple times a day to remind you of your breath if you can't remind yourself, or to remind you to speak to your body if you can't remember yourself. You know, I've put this on the channel numerous times in numerous videos, so I hope you're getting something out of it. And let me just remind you, if you haven't liked, shared, subscribed, commented, I love you all. Please do. Please help this channel grow. Please help us rise above so the humanity can hear this message and it can spread far and wide, because that's what we need right now on this planet. We need more people to step up and speak their truth and be authentic and stand in their power and speak what's on their mind and what's coming through. Realizing that we are the power, we are everything. We have it all within us. But we got to stop using like sugar, like eating all these donuts, eating candy, eating fast food, you know, filling our bodies with all these poisons, fluoride. Put a filter on your shower if you don't have one, on your faucet. You know, we gotta wake up and realize that the more conscious we are of what we put into our body and on our bodies and the energies we engage in with, whether that be relationships, sex, whatever it may be, we have to be more conscious of what we're putting in our mouths, of what we're consuming through our eyes and ears, what we're putting on our bodies. You know, everything is of importance at this time that we're in right now in 2023. And we have to wake up to realize this. And the more we realize and the more we awaken, the more power we're going to take back. And we're going to stop idolizing these material things like this mouse or this computer or this microphone, you know, or a celebrity, or like I said, the list goes on. So with that being said, I love you guys so much, man. And by the way, I dropped a video, a short earlier about wheatgrass. And I've been doing wheatgrass for years. I don't do it consistently every day, but I buy it, you know, from the grocery store. Certain grocery stores have it. You know, you can get it, or you can get it at farmers markets or other places. And then I have that juicer, which you saw in the short. And you can get like a manual juicer like that, or they have regular juicers. And I put the wheatgrass in there. I do sometimes when I used to go to the store and get it, they would do 2 to 5 ounces. I've been doing kind of 2 ounces lately. I want to do it more often, daily. I'm going to start getting into more juicing, green juicing, which I can talk about on here too. Getting back to that, you know, get me my organic cucumbers and sunflower seeds and garlic and kale and spinach, you know, celery, all the great greens that our body needs, man. And so I'm going to start doing that. But the wheatgrass, man, if you look this up, wheatgrass is so powerful. You know, it really, really is. And a lot of supermarkets, health food supermarkets, would juice wheatgrass. And when I was living in Florida, I would go every day and get at least 2 to 5 ounces a shot, along with the green juice. So, you know, it's very beneficial. You get all the nutrients and the vitamins you need and much, much more. And, look it up, man. Check out the benefits. There's amazing benefits to it. We'll speak a lot more about, you know, foods and what we're putting in our bodies. And, look, I have endless amounts of content to bring to you guys. And as I've always said, everything I talk about is from experience. What I've been through, what I've tried, what I haven't tried. I've pretty much done it all. Um, I haven't jumped out of a plane, so I can't say that I've done it all, but there's a lot that I've done and gone through and been through and fell and got back up and fell and got back up many, many, many times over. And so I come here with a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. And it's not book knowledge. I have a lot of that too, but I'm not claiming to know everything either. So, but I just want to bring you what I know and my experience, and maybe to help somebody else change from what they're doing. Because what we put internally and do internally is what we will get out externally. It's just mirrored. So I'm going to end this video here. I love you all so much. Check out endless amounts of content. There's hours and hours of content I have on this channel, over 50 something videos now. Plenty of content for you to go through and learn and grow and evolve. We're here to grow together, evolve together, learn together from each other, and just share our experience and knowledge and wisdom that we have. That's why it's called Wisdom Warriors. We bring our wisdom here to share to each other, to help one another, to come together as one and connect and love each other. I love you all so much. Please like, please subscribe, and please share this to even just one person, man, that that could use this video. You will help this platform grow, this channel grow. And we can become this amazing community of wisdom warriors sharing our wisdom and our experience to each other. So I love you all so much. Please like, subscribe, and share and comment. Tell me what you thought of the video, if you got anything from it, if it helped you, and what I could bring to the table. So I love you all. Again, 2023 is going to continue to be more amazing than ever. Stay strong. Stay courageous, stay in your power, stay authentic, and idolize yourself. Come back to you. Realize you have the power within you, your breath, everything, your mind, your body, everything. You have it right here within you, your heart. And remember to breathe. I love you all so much. Take care, Wisdom Warriors. Until next time, Wisdom Warriors out.